made people male and female. Male and female. Now listen. The creator made them male and female. He didn't make them male and females. And God said, for this reason, a man will leave his father. A man. Just mark all these words down. A man will leave his father and mother and be united to his wife. Not his wives. His wife. It's not plural, singular. And the two will become one, not the three, not the four, not the five. The two shall become one. So they are no longer two, but one. No human being must separate them what God has joined. So this is what I am trying to tell the Muslims, that God instituted marriage between a man and a woman, not a man and a child. Because God understands that a child does not have the capacity and the knowledge to go into marriage. And even if the child goes into that marriage and she becomes pregnant, the strength to give birth, to push the baby, and the body of that child is not matured enough to bring a baby into the world. So sometimes most of the baby are born prematurely and they put them in machines to support the baby. So if you contradict God's plan, you give birth to babies that become sickless, because the baby comes in time when he's supposed not to come. And you having sexual desires for children is a sign of wickedness, selfishness, and greediness. And this is my evidence that when a man is building his life, this man will never marry a child. The moment they become rich, after they've married, grown with their wives, then the power of money begin to manipulate their mind. That is when they start looking for children to marry. And this goes against the knowledge of the Creator, because when God was bringing someone to Adam, the first man, God did not bring a child. If child marriage was good and was permissible by the Creator, why didn't the Creator bring a child to Adam? But the Creator brought a woman to Adam. So this is to tell you that child marriage is from the pit of hell. It is born out of selfishness. It is born out of lust. It is a demon of lust. So these are some of the evidence that I'm putting to all the Muslims that are watching, and my brother that is here, that if child marriage is a good thing, why is it that most of the rich people that do that, they don't give their children to old men to marry them? Why is it that the old men that marry children, they protect their daughters, they let them go to school, they let them acquire skills to become better people in society, but they always go to the house of the poor to marry their children? If it is good, why don't the rich people also allow people to marry their daughters who are children? If he has any evidence, he should bring it. Where any rich man is giving his 6 years girl to what? Another rich man to marry her, they should bring the evidence. It is always the rich people that are going to the house of the poor to marry their children, because they have money and they are using the power of money to buy children and have their way. This is demonic. This is not from God. God instituted marriage between a man and a woman. God did not institute marriage between a man and a child. So if marrying a child is good, then why don't the man marry the child when he is a child himself? That will make sense. Because if child marriage is good, then we should allow 7 years boys to marry 6 years girl. If my brother here can give me any evidence in the world where a 6 years boy is marrying a 6 years girl in the world, then we can all agree that this one is equality. It makes sense. It is fairness that a 6 years boy is marrying a 6 years girl. That is to tell us that, okay, we can now agree that child marriage is good. But always it is the old man that is marrying a child. That is not equality. That is not fairness. That is wickedness. That is evilness. It is born out of evil mentality. And I'm going to prove it in their own hadith that Prophet Muhammad knew that child marriage was bad. In their own hadith, I'm going to give him the verse right now that proves that Muhammad knew the damage that will happen to children when they marry to old men, because he himself has an experience. He has experience in what happens to the children, the traumatization, the depression, the pain, the torment that they go through in the hands of old men. So Muhammad is going to give us an evidence of what children go through in the hands of old men who are greedy and selfish. And people that do that, secondly, they don't respect their wives. Not only their wife, they have no respect for women. If you have respect for women, you understand that children are not sex material. Children are not sex material. They don't contain anything that should even attract your attention to marry them. So okay, so let's go into the hadith and let's check certain things here. Let's see something. You will see the wickedness of Prophet Muhammad. So I've already given you a verse in the Bible, because whenever you are talking to these people, they go out there and then they start lying to people that he didn't give us any verse. I've quoted the Bible explaining to you marriage is between man and a woman, not between man and a child. God never instituted this madness. This is out of madness. You know, there are some people, when they become rich and they start having power, the demons take over their minds and their mind become corrupt. So they breach the rules of nature and they go against the plan of God for humanity, and at the end they end up harming and destroying lives. Because if you marry a child, you are going to harm the child, and you are going to destroy the child's life. So please, let's look at Sunnah and Nasai from their own hadith, where Muhammad is proving that child marriage is bad, but he himself married a child. And my brothers should come and answer these questions, because I have been chasing after their leaders for years to answer this simple question for us. So my people, let's read something from their authentic hadith. I'm reading from sunnah.com, an authentic website translated or created by the Muslim scholars. Sunan Abi Dawud 3221, narrated by Uthman ibn Affan. So guys, please listen to what. Let's see. Let me check the verse again. Okay, let's check the verse again. Sunnah Anasai. Sorry, Sunnah Anasai, not Abi Dawud. Sunan Anasai. Sunan Anasai, not Abi Dawud. Sunan Anasai, not Abi Dawud. Sunnah Anasai 3222. It is not Abi Dawud and Nasai. Narrated by Abdullah bin Buraida. Abdullah bin Buraida. It was narrated from Abdullah bin Buraida that his father said, Abu Bakr, the father of Aisha. Listen to the story very carefully. Muhammad himself is going to prove to the whole world that child marriage is bad, and anyone that gives his daughter to an old man to marry is a wicked and a demonic man. So Muhammad is going to confirm to the Muslims themselves. Now listen, Abu Bakr is an old man like Muhammad himself, and Umar is also an old man like Muhammad himself. They are both companions of the Prophet, and Abu Bakr gave his daughter 6 years to Prophet Muhammad. He didn't want to do it. I'm going to give you the hadith where Abu Bakr was trying to deny Muhammad from marrying his child, because Abu Bakr knew that marrying a child means you are going to destroy the child's life, you are going to kill the child. So Abu Bakr was using all kind of antics, strategy to stop Prophet Muhammad from marrying Aisha. But you know Muhammad, everything that he does, he says Allah has made it lawful. Allah says it's his privilege, and if you joke, your throat will be cut. So everyone was afraid of Prophet Muhammad. Whatever he wants, he takes it, and nobody have the power to stop him. So now let's read the hadith. May Allah be pleased with them. Abu Bakr and Umar, they proposed marriage to Fatima. They came to the house of Prophet Muhammad, and these two companions have proved that they are learning from their leader Muhammad. Because if Muhammad is the best example for mankind according to Quran 33:21, and Muhammad can marry a 6 years girl and hold the hand and take her to his house and wait for 3 years to consummate the marriage, having sex with her, then it is a good thing. So the companion didn't see anything wrong with child marriage because Muhammad did it. So they also came to Muhammad's house, sat in front of Muhammad, and they said, Muhammad, we are here to propose to your daughter. The saddest aspect is that why will two companions come together to propose to a prophet's daughter? If they respect the prophet, why would two old men come proposing to the prophet's daughter at the same time? At the same time, the two of them came and proposing to Muhammad's daughter. Look at Muhammad's reply, and let's see whether child marriage is good or child marriage is not good. Muhammad replied and said, my daughter is young. Guys, are you listening? My daughter is young. Okay, why is Muhammad saying his daughter is young? If child marriage is good and God is instituted marriage between old men and children, and Muhammad is enjoying it, Muhammad himself is benefiting from child marriage. He is enjoying it. So if Muhammad can enjoy child marriage, why can't all of us enjoy child marriage? Muhammad said, my daughter is young. Why is Muhammad's daughter young? Is Aisha not young? Is Aisha not young for an old man to marry her? But when it came to his daughter, he is protecting. That is when the spirit of fathership, the knowledge of moral ethics, was activated in Muhammad's brain. That was when Muhammad's senses started operating. The 5 senses started working. That is when Muhammad came to himself and realized that child marriage is wickedness. So he started protecting his daughter from the 2 old men, from the 2 wicked men that came to devour his daughter. So he started protecting his daughter. No. My companions, you can't do this to my daughter.
Okay. Thank you, Apostle. Bless you. I think your time is up. Now, Mr. Muslim, it's your time. You take us through. The topic is marriage with religion, and we have Christians and Muslims. Now, the Christian man, which is Apostle, have delivered his message. It's time for you to also deliver your message. The time is 12:40. Start now.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. All praises and salutations be to Allah, the creator of the universe. We send peace and blessing from him to his prophets, especially Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, his household, his companions, and those who believe in him in the day of judgment. I thank Pastor Daniel for his submission on the matter about the marriage or about the debate. But before I delve into my submission, I want everybody to understand that there is a difference between knowledge and then wisdom. The two, they go together, but there is a great difference between them. And today, I am going to deliver my message based on knowledge with the application of wisdom. You see, listening to Pastor Daniel, all his followers, those who follow Pastor Daniel, may assume in their mind that Pastor Daniel is very knowledgeable in religion, especially in Islam. You have deep knowledge in Islam. You have wisdom. This is what we all assume because I also follow him. But it is actually the opposite. You see, Debating is different from ranting. You understand? But before I enter into my submission, let me first of all ask Pastor Daniel and the entire Christianity on this planet today that since when has getting married to a 9-year-old girl becomes a sin in society or in the world? Since when did we consider marrying a 9-year-old girl as a sin? I want to know. It's a question. Write it down and answer me later. I know you will not get the answer. I will feed your audience the answer myself. You see, Pastor Daniel, no matter how much we think we know today, I want you to understand that people have known more than us. And for that matter, let me quote. I will begin my sermon from a philosopher or a historian. According to Francis Gies was an American historian. In one of his books, the book title is Marriage and the Family in the Middle East. You see, Middle East is like, let's say, the entire Europe. He's from Europe, and he's giving us an account on throwing us light on the matter at hand today. Right now, that is the marriage. So according to his book, he quoted a classical scholar. Her name was Sarah Pomeroy. She was an expert in social history of women in the olden days. An expert in social history of women in the olden days. That is the antiquity. That is the olden days. According to him, according to her, and I quote, puberty and marriage often came about the same time in a girl's life. You see, puberty is when a lady begins to experience what is called menstruation. That is puberty. According to her account, he is a well-known personality, known widely in many societies. According to him, Francis Gies and then Sarah Pomeroy, puberty and marriage often came about the same time in a girl's life. In page 10 of the book, and I read, even into the 20th century, that is the first, the just past century, we are in the 21st century now, the 20th century, I'm reading, even into the 20th century, the canonical age for marriage in Christian societies was set as at 12. Even just the past century, according to her, marriage in Christianity was set by many societies at age 12. And listen further. Considered by the church, that is age 12 was considered by the church as the age of biological maturity. If they say biological maturity, meaning at age 12, a lady was capable of carrying pregnancy for 9 months and giving birth and taking care of that child till the child grows. That is biological maturity. This is what the church considered just the past century. Not thousands of years ago, just 100 years ago. The church considered this. In page 11 of the book, he said, some denomination, that means Christian denomination, the betrothals were arranged even earlier sometimes, well before they reach the stage of menstruation. Meaning some of them even get married before they reach puberty, age 12. These are historical accounts that I'm giving to you. And then according to research, many societies in the Middle East around between the 19th century and then the 20th century, passed a law on the age that was fit, or an age that a lady is qualified to get married. And I'm giving you some of the countries or some of the states in Europe that accepted child marriages. They were not Muslims, they were entirely Christians. Number one, we have a state like Alabama State. A marriage age, an age for marriage in Christianity was between 10 and then 16 years. You can go and search. Alaska State was set at 0 to 16 years. Arizona State was set at 12 to 18 years. California State was set at 10 years old. A lady was qualified to get married in Christianity. Just the past century. Note that for me. And especially, there is a state in Europe called Delaware. Are you aware of that? They passed a law in the past century that when a lady is up to 7 years, she's qualified to get married. These were Christian states, not Muslim states. You understand? And then, aside these things, according to another historian, her name is Joyce Tildesley. She said, there is actually textual evidence from the Greco-Roman period for women or girls marrying between age 8 and then 9. This was textual. It is not a fabricator, or it is not like we are ranting. It is textual, meaning there are things that occurred. It was normal. You understand? So, when you go to the Israel or the Jews, they have their noble books. Some are the Talmud and then the Mishnah. And according to the Talmud and the Mishnah too, there is one historian too, another historian from Israel. His name was Rabbi Solomon ben Isaac. Rabbi Solomon ben Isaac, in his accounts about the textual marriages that occurred long before, even between 9 and then 8, 9 and 8. According to him, he gave an account in the Bible about a certain marriage, that is the marriage of Isaac and then Rebecca. According to that noble personality, the historian, he said, Rebecca was 3 years old when betrothed to Isaac, who was 40 years. Please, Prophet Muhammad got married to Aisha at age 9. No problem. It is a sin. But remember, history also has an account that Rebecca got married to Isaac at age 3 when Isaac was 40 years. Please, these two, if marrying a 9-year-old girl is a sin, what about a 3-year-old girl? What will you say about that? And do you know that Isaac is the father of all the Jewish and then the Christian genealogy? He has produced all of you from the 3-year-old marriage to a 40-year-old man. What will you say about that? And aside these two, let me give you other Christians who have also involved themselves in this child marriage. Because if child marriage is termed as madness, it is a child abuse. It is what? So Islam is false. Prophet Muhammad is not a true prophet because he has gotten married to a 9-year-old girl. It is child abuse. It is defilement. Please listen to me here. A certain prominent Christians who have involved themselves in the act. What will you say about that? According to history, there was an emperor. His name was Henry V. He was a Roman emperor. In 1110, the year 1110, he married to his wife. The wife's name was Matilda of England, a Holy Roman Empress, when she was 8 years old. What would you say about that, Pastor Daniel? In the year 1396, King Richard II of England got married to his wife Isabella of Velos at age 6 when she was 6 years old. What would you say about that? They were not Muslims, they were Christians. In 1430, Duke Francisco the First Esposa, he married to Bianca Maria Visconti when she was 5 years old. What will you say about that? He was not a Muslim, he was a Christian. In the year 1480, the Ludovico Esposa married to Beatrice, the Esther of age 5. What will you say about that? They were not Muslims, they were Christians. Please, I want you to answer me. Age 5, Christian got married to children. Age 6, they married. Some 8, some 9, some 12. Please, I want to know, at that age, when your leaders, your fathers got married to the 5-year and the 9-year-old children, were they sleeping with them sexually? You don't have the knowledge. But let me give you why children were given out for marriage. According to Karen Armstrong, she's also a historian. She gave an account in her book, and she said there was no impropriety. That means there was no wrong for Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam betrothal to Aisha at age 9. Not only did this type of marriage happen in Europe, even Europe practice those kind of marriages. When was Europe came about? Remember the marriage between Prophet Muhammad and Aisha occurred 1,447 years back. And then your people recently, 200, 300, 400 years ago, they were still involved in those kind of marriage. What will you say about that? But I'm telling you, according to history, listen.
Okay.
According to history, Pastor Daniel, it was according to the historians.
Mr. Muhammad,
Listen.
your time is up. Your time
A
is
woman.
up.
Please,
Your
Pastor
time.
Daniel, I'm talking to you. It was also contrary right for a
Your
woman.
time
According to
is
historian, you can go and say, for a woman to be raised in her husband's house by the mother-in-law. It's not that when she go to marry at that age, they are going to have sex. No. But it was necessary
Time up,
to
bro.
enforce
Time
and
up.
culturally accepted
Your
for
time is
that
up.
lady to be
Senior.
raised up in the family that is
Senior, your time is up, bro.
or give birth to children. It was right, it was accepted. It doesn't mean that they were something like that.
You know what finish?
You understand? I'm giving you a total account, bro. And then you see Aisha case.
Oh,
Let me tell you Aisha case. What about Aisha? Was Prophet Muhammad alive when Aisha
Mr. Muhammad,
No.
Muslim,
Yes.
Muslim.
Now.
Your time is up.
Okay, no problem.
Thank you for accepting that. I think you didn't hear me. So now, we are on the cross examination.
No,
Yes.
rebata.
Okay, okay, yes. So I will give you another 5 minutes since your heat is up. You have heat.
Another 5 minutes, right?
No, 15 minutes. Apostle.
No, it's my turn.
Oh, you want to? Okay, then
No,
Apostle.
no.
10 minutes is okay.
No, 15. 15.
Okay.
15. All of it 15. Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
so
no,
then
no.
Apostle is your turn, and let me start the timer. The timer starts
As I was saying, According to
Muslim.
the
No,
well-known.
Muslim. No, it's
Now,
not your time. Your time has ended. So now we are on apostle. Please.
okay, no problem.
So after apostle, then we give you 15 minutes again. You understand?
Okay, no problem.
Okay,
No
thank you. So now we start the timer 12:57. Apostle, we better. Let's go. Thank you, sir.
God bless you. God bless you, guys. You see, I was actually laughing till I found myself on top of the Kaaba. Unfortunately, I was laughing to the point that I found myself on top of the Kaaba, because my brother Mallam has proven that the angel that brought the Quran to Muhammad is a smoker. So Muhammad does not need to take the angel serious, and he himself does not need to take the angel serious. He has proven that Allah, who has one leg, who revealed a whole Quran for mankind as guidance. Allah is a useless God for revealing a book that they cannot use to defend Muhammad's life. Allah is such a useless God that he revealed a book to them that they need to run to historians, they need to run to historical people, they need to run to people. So my brother was going around the Kaaba and was making unnecessary arguments, quoting historical figures, forgetting that is because of the doings of historical figures. That is why God have people he called prophets. Because of the evil invented by historical figures, that is why God have people he ordained them as prophets to bring his manifestation of his word to mankind, to direct mankind to the right path. You are here busily going around the Kaaba kissing the stones like your prophet taught you, and you couldn't quote any verse from your own Quran or hadith to prove that child marriage is good. You are going to historians. Historians are wiser than Allah and Muhammad and the angel that brought the Quran to Muhammad by choking his throat, because you just destroyed Islam. You spoke it for 15 minutes without quoting a Quran verse or a hadith, which is the revelation of Allah for mankind. You couldn't quote your own book, yet you were bragging. God's general doesn't know what he's saying. He doesn't know what he's doing, my brother. He doesn't know what he's saying. You could not give us a verse in your Quran. Now let me put this guy in his place. Let me put him in his place so that I can send him to Medina where Muhammad is. Maybe he can get another stone for him to kiss to get more powers. Now listen to me very carefully. Listen. This guy has already lost his purpose in life for going outside Islam and finding sources to justify child marriage. You can even see from his face that he is not happy as he is defending child marriage. You can see that he is not happy, but he need to come and defend the molester. But we have brain, and I want to prove to you that all the evil that was done in the world, this evil was invented by most of the rich people in history. Gayism, lesbianism, all these things that we see in the world, all the evil things, most of these things came out of greediness, selfishness, wickedness from people that are having power in society. So if someone is having power in society, that doesn't give him the right to know what is good and what is right, or what is good and what is bad. So when you quote someone's book to justify a last prophet's works, to justify the best of mankind's work, then you are sick and you need medical attention, because you have proven that Allah is stupid for sending us a prophet. If the prophet's words cannot convince the world that child marriage is good, then why should I become a Muslim? Then I need to follow the Francis you are quoting, I need to follow the Henry you are quoting, because they are wiser than Quran and Allah. We know we don't need to become Muslims again. We just need to follow the names that he is quoting historically. All the historical figures he's quoting, he forgot to quote Quran. He forgot to quote Hadith, because the Hadith and the Quran has lost its value. They have lost their purpose. So he is quoting liars, criminals, and robbers, greedy men, people that got money and did not know what to do with the money and were destroying the lives of children. You are here quoting their books to defend the last prophet. You are proving that you need deliverance, and after the debate I have to deliver you. In fact, I am calling people to bring me anointing oil. They must bring me anointing oil, because I am not going to let you go like that. You need deliverance, pure deliverance. The black stones must come out of your nose and your mouth, because Waraka did not deliver Muhammad. That is why today you are here defending madness. Now our brother here was saying something that according to research in the Middle East, go and check the history of Middle East. What was happening there in history, go and check it. The gospel did not land in those parts like Mecca and the rest, because when the gospel was spreading, Emperor Nero killed most of the apostles. So the church fathers became theologians, they became scholars, debating unnecessary things, whether Jesus is God or is not God. So the gospel did not reach some places like Mecca. So the people that were there were Catholics, and this Catholic, they have been persecuting the real Christians for years. So the people in Mecca, they used to go around the Kaaba with nakedness. They go around the Kaaba with their penis on and their breast and their private part on. And you are telling me the Middle East, who is Middle East? What moral life do they have? A country that they can go around Kaaba with nakedness, kissing stones, rubbing their private parts on the black stone so they can conceive. You are here quoting Middle East. The people that were in the Middle East, they were not people that can take advice from, because if they don't see something wrong with going naked, rubbing your private part on a stone to conceive, why should you quote Middle East to justify the life of the last prophet? Are you insulting God? Are you insulting God? Do you know who a prophet is? A prophet is someone God has ordained for a particular purpose, which ordinary men cannot do that purpose. Ordinary men cannot function the way a prophet functions, because a prophet has the Spirit of God. He has been anointed by God's power to speak the mind of God and correct wrongdoings in our communities and correct evil doing in the world. That is why John the Baptist was correcting people and he got killed. Jeremiah was correcting the society. Isaiah was correcting the society. You are quoting someone that is not a prophet to defend the last prophet. Are you not sick? Are you not having mental issue for quoting people that are not prophets to defend your last prophet? You need prayers, I'm telling you. Now listen to me very carefully. Historically, Middle East is an idol worshipping country. They worship idols. Mecca is the headquarters of 360 idols. They were not bowing to one idol or three idols, 360 idols. These people were perverts. They have no moral life, good moral life. They were well, do you know what is called perverts? You can marry your daughter, you can sleep with an infant, you can go out naked and having sex with people publicly. That is what we call perverts. They don't even know what good is and what bad is. They live their lives anyhow. This was the life of the Roman kingdom. They were circumcising people, raping the armies of boys, and you are quoting these historians to justify Muhammad. You need prayers. You need prayers, my brother. So look at the history of the Middle East or Mecca, that this guy is quoting people to defend Muhammad. Let me show you one thing in the Bible. Let me show you something here. God sent a prophet called Jonah to Nineveh. Nineveh was a town that was doing evil, that was doing bad. Why didn't God say that what they are doing there, it is good, so that you should allow them to do it, but rather send a prophet to go and correct them and preach? That is the role of a prophet. So you like this, you'll be quoting people from Nineveh that they were married 6 years girls, they were married 7 years girls, they were married 18 years girls, not knowing that the people in Nineveh were mad people. They were crazy and filthy people. They were perverts. So the people you are quoting in history, go and check their historical backgrounds. Most of them are criminals. They are selfish, they are evil, they don't have the ethics of God's Spirit in their hearts. They are wicked people. For you to put your big penis in the part of a 6 years girl, that shows that you are a wicked man. Muhammad himself didn't him. How many minutes? My time is up. Okay. For you to put your big penis in the part of a child shows that you yourself, you have lost your dignity and you have lost your honor. You have lost your honor. You could not look. Common sense can destroy Islam. Common sense. So there are people in history, they did more evil. They did more evil. They wrote books. So whatever evil you are doing, you can get a historical book to support it. But we are talking about God sent sending people, giving them his spirit and his message to change the world and make the world a better place, and you are quoting historical proof. You said Europe is marrying children and you are Christians. My brother, me, when you come before me, don't bring this childish argument, because I can hold your throat for you not to kiss the stone for 1 year. Show me what the Bible said child marriage is good. You are quoting Europe. Europe, are they Jesus? Europe, are they Jesus Christ? Europe, are they the gospel of Christ? When a man refused to judge Christians by the statement or the message of our Lord Jesus Christ and start quoting Christian countries and start quoting Christian communities, that man is having mental issue and need to be hospitalized. I'm telling you, because I follow Christ, I don't follow Europe.
Okay.
I don't follow Europe, I follow Jesus. So check the word of God where it says we should marry children, where the Bible said Rebecca was 3 years. Don't worry, I'm coming for you in the cross examination. I'm going to hold your throat for you not to kiss the bloodstones. Don't worry.
Okay, thank you, Apostle, thank you. Your time is up. Mr. Muslim, it's your turn.
No.
So you have to debunk.
Okay. First of all, let me thank the Muslims around the world who are watching us live on this platform. And then secondly, may Allah forgive Pastor Daniel for the claim that Allah means God. He was insulting God in the. May Allah forgive. May God forgive him. May Allah forgive you, Pastor Daniel. Pastor Daniel, I want you to know, when you are talking about Islam or talking about Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, that he is a mad person because he has married to a 9-year-old girl, I'll ask you a question in the Bible. Isaac got married to Rebecca at age 3. Was Isaac marked? But I'm asking you a question too. I want you to give me evidence that shows that the marriage between the prophet at that age, they were having something to do sexually. You can't tell me, but let me tell you something. The reason why your Christians permitted the marriage of children was simply because they said at those ages, at age 12, 9, 8, 10, 11, 12, a child was biologically mature. So when a lady is 12 years and she has she doesn't have an encouraging structure, can she conceive and then give birth? No. But this is why your church was based on. But I'm telling you, when you come to the Quran, in Quran chapter 4, verse number 6, Quran 4, verse number 6, Allah said, test the competence of the orphans until they reach a marriageable age. Test the competence of women until they reach a marriageable age. Then if you feel they are capable of sound judgment, they can think for themselves, then you return their wealth to them. And when you go to Surah An-Nisa, Quran chapter 4, verse 19, Allah said, oh believers, it is not permissible for you to inherit women and marry women against their own will. It is not right for anybody to marry a woman against her own will or mistreat them, let them return some of the dowry. In Islam, in short, in Islam, a woman is not supposed to go to marry unless she is capable of thinking for herself, and then is physically strong enough to get to deliver, to have children. So in Islam, even if you are 20 years and you are not mentally sound, you are not even permitted marriage. You understand? Talk less of a 9-year-old girl, and then I'm telling you the marriage was not sexual. You can go and check history. So are you telling us that the historians are false? You, Pastor Daniel, who doesn't even know your left from your right, you don't even have any, there's a scriptural knowledge. You don't even have any deep knowledge about the religion. You are right. So the world should look up to you, and then forget about those who have wasted their many years of studies to find out the truth. Go and check history. There were people who were greater, they were talkative, they ranted more than you. And at the end of the day, Al-Haqqu Rabbakum wala takun min al-muntarin. The truth is what comes from God, from Allah. So we should not be among the doubters. So anything in the Quran does not go against nature. And now I'm telling you, as I was saying, when somebody at that time, it was contrary right for them, a woman to be raised in a husband's house. Even we have something in many clans, many societies, that they give out their children to different families for marriage. But it doesn't mean that when they go, they just begin to have something to do with them. No, they were trained and grown up from those families until they are mature. That is when they can now settle with the husband. You understand? In that condition. So don't think that when those children go out or go on to marriage to the men, they begin to have sex with them. And if that is the case, if that is what you think, then your people were also wrong. Then Isaac was living with Rebecca when Rebecca was 3 years old. So can you wouldn't be able to see with a 3-year-old girl? You see, it is not like that. Sometimes, you see, it is a debate. I respect that. But until you have knowledge, deep knowledge about something, this is how you think. You think lightly about it. And today you can also compare Indomie children and AI children to those vegetable children. But remember, in the olden days, Pastor Daniel and the audience, the growth rate of human beings. You see, there was time that people were tall enough, big giant people. Today you don't find them. As time goes on, the human structure decreases. Go inside, it is historically and then scientifically proven. As time goes on, the human structure, they decrease. So 2,000 years back, what a 9-year-old person look like is not the same as today. What a 9-year-old person will look like. You understand? So you were not there, and then those who are deep in knowledge have confirmed, and they have given us background information that it was not that those marriages didn't mean sexual marriages. No, sometimes they give out their children or for marriage to certain pieces between the clans or the countries. And your forefathers have done that, and have given you history. The man through whom you people or the Christian and the Jews came into being, he married a 3-year-old girl. So if Prophet is forced by marrying a 9-year-old girl, then you people too, you are all forced, because you are even worse in history. You are as a son that don't talk without knowledge. It is not about ranting. You see, I have watched you say your videos, the way you shout, ranting, talk as if you want people to accept what you are saying as truth. Meanwhile, it is not true. You don't have any knowledge about it. Islam is not like that. You see, don't say things that you do not have the knowledge about it. And I think because of time, let me pause here so that we can go into the cross-examination. Then we will face each other there.
Muslim.
Now,
you have time, you have time, you have more than.
I still have time.
Oh, yeah, you have time.
Oh, if I have time, no problem. As I told you, contrary, it is not wrong. If you are somebody who want to get knowledge about something, you read about it. So if you are telling that the historians are wrong because I am talking Islam to, because you see the marriage between Aisha and the Prophet Muhammad is not in the Quran. So how can I quote that marriage in the Quran? It is in the Hadith. I can't quote you Quran for something that is not in the Quran. So should I lie against the Quran? I am not like the pastors who lie against their Bibles. I don't do that. We Muslims, we don't do that. You understand? So let me tell you something. Are you telling me that history is wrong? You, Pastor Daniel, you are right. So is that what you are forcing us to believe? So if historians a hadith mean maybe sometimes those hadiths are historical account, and you are accepting that historical account of something, and you don't want me to also give you a historical account of what I also know, and what are you now telling me? It means you don't read, you don't have understanding. You understand? So this is what it means. So I'm telling you that your emperors, those who stood for Christianity to grow up to you today, they got married to 5 years old, 3 years old, 6 years old, 9 years old, 10 years old too. But it does not mean that they were having an affair with them. No, they accept them into their homes to take care of them, and when they reach to the state of maybe maturity, then they will now marry them. They will now go to produce children with them. This is what it means. And I've given you accounts about the Roman emperors, the England, the King of England. And if you are saying that this history is false, what about the prophet? I'm sorry, because Isaac is also a prophet revered in Israel. I don't have to say anything against a prophet, because in Islam we accept all the prophets. They were noble people, they were good people. There's no bad prophet. No, God will never choose a bad person to lead a people, especially in religion. God doesn't send bad prophets. All the people were noble people, and we respect. Isaac was a prophet, but Isaac marriage was not sexual marriage. This is what I'm telling you. It was and something that was ordained. You understand? He married her, took care of her, and when she grew up to maturity, then he began producing children with her. That is what it means. You understand? So I do not have to say that Isaac was sleeping with this Rebecca. When Rebecca I was only giving you information. If that is what you think, then this is what you should also think about your own. You understand? Isaac is a noble prophet in Islam. Go and search up the story of Isaac in Islam. You will have deep knowledge about them. You understand? We Muslims, we don't go against Jesus Christ in any way. Jesus is also a noble prophet in Islam. You understand? So history is history. You understand? The hadith. Some, you see, I'm telling you, go and search about all the hadith about the marriage of Prophet Muhammad and Aisha. I'm telling you, Father, listen to me. Go and search the marriage between Prophet Muhammad and his wife, Aisha, radiallahu anha. Go and search whether those information came directly from the Prophet. No, it didn't come directly from the Prophet. You understand? So a hadith sometimes they are saying of the prophet, action of the prophet, you understand? And then sometimes some historical accounts sometimes are considered as hadith. It doesn't mean that every hadith is true. Even in Islam, when you come, we have something that we call a weak hadith and an authentic hadith based on the source that hadith come from. You understand? So don't tell me the history is wrong. The historians, they are wrong. You are right. You cannot even kill yourself.
Okay,
You want to take
okay. Muslim. Your time is up. Now your time is up. Thank you for your good. Okay, so now we are on the cross examination. We are on the cross examination. I think I want Muslims to start the cross examination. Then we go to Mr. Apostle General. What do you think?
Oh, if he wants to continue, I have no problem. But whatever he wants.
So Muslim.
Now,
Let me give you the 15 minutes again. Then you go with the cross examination with Apostle. So you ask him question, then he answer you. You ask him, then he answer you. Then you understand? So let me give you that 15 minutes. Then your time starts now.
My
my
first
brother.
question is yes. My first question is that I asked you in the beginning. You have a problem with people getting married to children at age 9. You see, the world did not start today. The world began long, even beyond our imaginations, right? Even we don't know when Adam was created. There is no historical background that can give us the exact date when he was created. You understand? So right now, since when since when did they start giving a date that when a woman being is up to this stage, she's fit to get married? Since when? Question number one.
Okay, God bless you for the question. You asked, since when did we begin to know the age when men must marry?
Married. Yes.
Yes. Okay, so according to my Bible, God said he made a woman. Did God forget to make a child? That's my question. My answer: God made a woman. So God set the standard for marriage by creating a woman, not a child.
Yes.
So that is my standard of the age people should get married to, because the Bible said God made a woman in Genesis. I can give you the verse here. Genesis, I think chapter 2. Genesis chapter 2 verse 22. That is where the standard of marriage is, because Adam is the first man and God created a woman, not a child. So if God is giving a woman to Adam, that means we should all marry women, not children.
Okay, I heard my second question.
Okay.
Are you done?
Yeah, I'm done. I'm done.
So the female children, what do they grow up to become? Do they grow up to become men or they grow up to become women?
Okay.
What do they grow up to become?
Female children, I am not God to decide the destiny of a child, but what I can say is that if a child is given the opportunity to be nurtured, to imparted, that child can become somebody good, great in our community, invent greater things to help humanity. But if that child become a sex object for old men to enjoy, that child will go through a lot of depression, psychological problems, and then at the end of the day they might end up dying, or they might not achieve any purpose in life.
The question is that what does female children grow up to become? Are they, when they grow up, don't they become women?
Oh, of course, they grow to become women.
So if God said he created a woman for the man, not a child, then female children or females, the women, when anytime they were to give birth or they are to give birth, they should have been giving birth to women, not children. Why are they giving birth to children? You see,
okay, so
you see, when they created Adam, when God created Adam, Adam was a matured man. It was very necessary to also create a matured woman for him. And today, God does not create. God has commanded the law of reproduction. You produce and they grow. You understand? So now, female children are born, they grow to become matured women. Male children are born, they grow to become mature, and when they all grow, they meet at the top and they get married. So, is there any problem with that?
The problem is that an old man does not allow a child to marry the child, but the old man wants to marry the child. That is what the problem is. It should be fairness and it should be equality. So the children to marry themselves and the old men to marry old women.
No. It's not like that. It's not like that. Please, it's not like that. But I'm also asking you the question.
Okay, I'm listening.
But Adana, do you have any historical background that confirms that the prophet was having sex with Aisha when she was 9? Immediately she got to the house of the prophet. Do you have any historical background, any account of any kind?
Okay, I don't need to run to history. Your hadith confirmed that your prophet was having sex with with Aisha at the age of 9 years, and you don't know. So let me just give you the hadith. Calm down.
Yes.
Let me give you the hadith. I think you need to learn more about your own religion. You don't know your religion and you are coming to face God's general. Let me read the hadith.
Okay, no problem.
Sahih Buhari 5134. Yeah, let me read the hadith for you so that you can understand. So let me help you. I think you need help. Okay, so Sahih al-Buhari 5134, narrated by Aisha herself, that the prophet married her when she was 6 years old, and the prophet consummated the marriage when she became 9 years old. So the prophet started having sex.
It's not true.
Okay, read the hadith.
What is the meaning of that word that you have mentioned?
Consummated means sex, having sex. They are having sexual intercourse.
So the Aisha said the prophet started having something to do with her at age what?
That is what Aisha herself is narrating in your books.
It's narrating. And you said the hadith number is what?
Hadith number 5134. Hello, my brother, are you there? The verse just freeze your account. Mallam, your time is going. Oh, please stop freezing and come back. Okay, Mallam need water. Mallam, please come back. Mallam. Hey, Mallam is gone. No. Please bring him back. Let's bring him back. Please, Mallam cannot run. We need to bring him back.
Maybe his network.
Yeah, so we are bringing him back. He cannot run away. We are bringing him back.
Yeah.
Problem.
My banner got finished.
Okay, let's continue.
Yes. You said the hadith is what?
Oh, but I've already given it to you. 5,134. 5,134.
Yes. What is the chain of transmission of that hadith? How come about that hadith?
Oh, it's Sahih Buhari, authentic hadith from your own website.
No. If there's a chain of transmission, maybe from this person comes from this person, and this person comes from this person. Have you checked about that?
Okay, so are you Mallam, please, before you go and talk about chain of narration, are you telling me that Sahih Buhari is not authentic?
It is not every hadith that is in Sahih Buhari that is authentic.
No, Mallam, let's not change the topic to authentic or not authentic. Sahih al-Buhari, listen, Mallam, Sahih al-Buhari is authentic hadith. All your scholars know it. I can prove it here. Do you want me to prove it?
Not every hadith in Sahih Buhari is authentic. Go and check.
So this one is authentic. So this one, is it authentic or is not authentic?
Okay, before we know whether a hadith is authentic or not, unless you know the chain of transmission of that hadith.
Okay, so give us. Okay, so give us the chain of narration. Give us the chain of narration, then we can continue.
You see, I have time. Listen to me.
So we are listening to you.
No, I'm asking you a question, so you have to go and find that yourself.
No, Mallam, this is authentic hadith that I just quoted to you. It is authentic. All your scholars have agreed on this. All your scholars. Do you want me to bring their names?
Bring their names.
We have Sheikh Hakim. He believed in this. Sheikh Hakim. I think he's an Arab nation. Sheikh Hakim. And then we have Sheikh Ibrahim. He's from Africa. And then we have Yasakadi. We have Zakanaik. We have all these big Malams, sheikhs who believes in this hadith that I just quoted. And I can give you the videos.
The prophet was having something to do with the wife.
Yes, 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 yes. All the scholars
No,
they agree.
no problem. No problem. Let me agree for the benefit of the doubt.
No, 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 my brother. Before this, listen, Muslim. The time, this one, the time is not in part of your time. The time that I just gave is not part of your time. But what I want you to understand is that no, where is he going? What is going on? Muslim.
Muslim again.
Okay. So okay, so Muslim. Okay, Muslim.
Yes.
So this one is not part of the cross examination. What we are doing right now is not part, because we want to confirm something before we continue. Are you getting it?
Yes, let's confirm.
Okay, so I've given you the names. Listen to me. I've given you the names of your big scholars. Sheikh Hakim is one of the big sheikhs in the world.
No problem.
Zakir Naik, you know Zakir Naik.
I know. No problem. I said it.
So listen. This is a debate. You cannot tell me you go and decide. Your sheikhs have already decided.
I said.
So you don't know. You don't know. You say you okay. No problem. You let's move on. Let's move on.
Listen to me.
No, it's okay. Let's move on.
Yes. Was Isaac having an affair with Rebecca at age 3?
No.
But what did he marry Rebecca at age 3 or not?
Isaac did not marry Rebecca at age 3. If you have the evidence, you can bring it.
What age does Isaac got married to Rebecca?
There is no age written in the Bible concerning the age of Rebecca.
There is no age written in the Bible concerning the age, right?
Yeah.
But what of when you are talking about that hadith, it is a historical background, true or false?
That hadith is your book, your prophet's life. It's your prophet's life. It's not from a historical point of view. It's from your prophet's life.
Remember something.
I'm listening.
The hadiths, some hadiths they are. It is just a history. You understand? Not every hadith is authentic. You understand? So now, what makes you think that hadith is authentic? Why do you accept that history, but you don't want to accept the historians who said Isaac got married to Rebecca at 9? Because if it is married, then this will also be having something to do with her at that age.
God bless you for the question. God bless you. You said, why do I accept?
But let me ask you again.
I shouldn't answer.
Okay, answer.
Okay, so the historical figures you are quoting, their names are not in my Bible, and they are not people that believes in the things of God. But the hadith is your own prophet's life, aspired by Allah.
No, it is not like that. Did the prophet give that? Is it the prophet who have given us that hadith? Does that hadith come from the prophet's own mouth?
Okay, so the prophet was not around when the Quran was compiled. That means we must reject the Quran.
No. The prophet supervised the Quran before leaving the earth.
Okay, like no problem. Cross examination. I will come and ask you for the evidence. Don't worry.
The Quran was there, so the prophet have supervised him before leaving the earth.
Okay, no problem. When it comes to my time, I will come and ask those questions.
How many? Because listen, if you say it is 9 years, during that 9 years, he was having something to do with her. At what age did he get married? Did he get pregnant for the prophet?
At what age? Aisha didn't give birth.
He didn't give birth.
Yeah. So, Muhammad destroyed her womb. The womb was destroyed.
What did you say?
Your prophet destroyed the womb with the big bowler.
You are not normal. You are not normal.
But she didn't have child though. It's true.
Yes, but how can you say, okay, during the 9 years period, how many years did he spend with Aisha before leaving the earth?
Oh, but he was married to Aisha at a young age, and from that time he was still in battle fighting people. So he enjoyed Aisha for some time before dying.
I'm telling you, what I'm telling you is that those kind of marriages didn't occur because of sexual intercourse. If the prophet was a lustful man, you understand, he wouldn't have sat for about 15 years after his first wife passed away. Before not even marrying a mature woman, he got married to a young woman. You understand? The nobility of that child of Aisha supersede the women at that time. The nobility, and then there's a reason why the prophet got married to him, and there's a hadith that said that he became interested in that lady through a vision. You understand? And you have quoted that in some of your videos. So maybe God revealed to him, and God had a purpose, and this is the purpose. Only Aisha is the only woman who has recorded about 2,000 plus hadiths. No man has ever happened, and he memorized the Quran at an early age.
Muslim, your time is,
and she stood out against the odds in terms of women.
Muslim.
Yes.
Mr. Muslim, can you hear me?
Now, yeah, I'm hearing you.
Okay, thank you. Your time is up. I think all the questions that you want to ask, you have asked. So now it is time for Apostle to also do the cross examination. So Apostle, your time starts now. It's 1. Your time starts now.
No, I think he's doing something. So please pause my time.
Okay.
Pause my time. He is doing something.
Okay. Okay. Mr. Muslim, are you there?
I'm there.
Okay, so can we continue on?
Oh, continue.
Okay, so Apostle, let's start 144. 144. So your time starts now. You can do
Okay.
the process and
Okay, my brother.
Yeah.
You keep saying that Prophet Muhammad, he married a child. He married a child. Please, can you give me the hadith of where Muhammad married a child?
I was referring to your statement. You said a 9
Yeah, so
no,
okay, so give me the hadith. Give me the hadith where Muhammad married Aisha.
You have already given the hadith out.
No, I said you bring the hadith where Muhammad married Aisha.
Madam, please, I'm coming. By your phone, right?
Please pause my time. Pause my time for me. Pause my time.
yeah.
So that you are saying that Aisha said the prophet got married to her when he betrothed to her when she was 6 and married her when
No, the question is bring me the hadith of Aisha age when Muhammad married her.
You are the one who said it all. So you should give that information.
Okay. Muslim,
Yes.
listen to me. The man that is talking there, I'm not debating you and him. Tell him to shut up before I stone him with the black stones.
You can.
Because I can stone him from this place. Are you getting me?
Married a child.
So Muslim.
Do you think the girl was a child?
Muslim.
You already have
Mallam, listen to me. So you don't have any hadith that states the age of Aisha?
Oh, the reason is that already you know the hadith and you have given the hadith out during your submission. So you.
Okay, so the hadith that I gave, you accept that hadith? You accept it?
That is the hadith that you have accepted and you are now using it to challenge.
No, do you accept the hadith that I gave you? Yes or no?
Okay, I have accepted the hadith. It is
okay, then let's move on. Let's move on.
The hadith.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, no problem. Let's move on. So it means I was right when I quoted Sahih al-Buhari 5,134. That is the age your prophet was having sex with Aisha.
No, not sex.
Consummated means they were having sex.
Marriage, not sex.
The marriage is 6 years.
No.
Muslim. According to the hadith that I quoted, the age of Aisha was 6 years when Muhammad married her. According to the hadith that you have accepted now, she was 6 years when your prophet married her.
Ask the question, let's go.
Okay, so now that you have admitted that this is the hadith, this hadith says she was 6, and your prophet consummated the marriage at the age of 9 years.
I'm coming. You have asked me a question, right? Have I accepted the hadith?
Have you accepted the hadith? You say yes.
Do you too accept the Bible verse?
Mallam, you see the way when you were asking the questions, I kept calm.
Okay.
Please, moderator, make sure he comport himself.
Muslim, you see the way that he was answering your question.
Do you accept that hadith too?
Wait.
That quotation.
Muslim, wait. You see the way that he answering your question. You have to do the same thing. When he asks you a question, just answer him so that it will be simple and clear. Understand?
But it is an answer. He needs an answer from you, right?
It is time. No, listen. It is time for him to ask you questions. If you don't know, you don't know. If you know, then you give him
no
the
problem.
answer. That is
Go
Thank you.
on.
Okay, so I asked you that the hadith that I quoted on Aisha's age in Buhari 5134. Do you accept that hadith?
I don't accept.
Okay, then bring me a hadith that states the age of Aisha.
Oh, I'm using my phone. Somebody to is using. The reason is that thing. You
Just bring the hadith. Mallam, stop laughing and bring the hadith.
Oh, hold on now. Why are you rushing to?
I want to go to Mecca, so you just bring it first.
You want to go to Mecca to do what?
Is it not for the black stones?
No problem.
So bring the verse. You bring the verse.
Let's move on. I've accepted that.
No, I'm not moving on. Do you accept that hadith? And you said no. So bring the age of Aisha in the hadith.
6 and 9.
6 and 9 is what?
Thrown at 6 and married at 9.
So bring the verse. Bring the hadith of that.
You have it already.
But you said you don't accept what I quoted. It's recorded.
I know. You have already given the hadith. Why are you now?
Okay, so you accept the hadith I quoted. You accept the hadith I quoted.
Yes.
God bless you. God bless you for accepting. God bless you. God bless you.
Move on.
Okay, I'll move on. Don't worry. God bless you for now accepting. My brother, you said Muhammad when Khadija died. Muhammad waited for 15 years to marry Aisha. You said it right now. That Muhammad waited for 15 years to marry Aisha.
Yes.
You are a liar. Aisha is not the second wife. Aisha is the third wife.
The second wife.
Aisha is the third wife, not the second wife of Muhammad. Aisha is the third wife. You are lying again. That Aisha is the second wife.
Who is the second wife?
My brother, stop asking questions. Stop asking questions. I said Aisha is the third wife.
No. Who is the second wife before Aisha? Who is the second wife?
You have to bring it because you are saying Aisha was the second wife.
No.
Okay, Sauda. Now listen. Let me give you listen. Muslim, before you answer me, you want the second wife. The second wife is Sauda bint Zama. Sauda bint Zama. Sauda bint Zama. Sauda is the second wife. So please, you lie that Aisha is the second wife. It's a lie. Aisha is not the second wife. You are lying. My brother, please lift your head. Let's see your face. Lift your head. Let's see your face. Stop hiding your face.
I'm coming.
No, you are hiding your face. We want to see your face. If you are crying. My brother, you are eating my time. Please pause my time. Pause my time for me. Please pause my time for me. He is eating my time. Mallam is gone again. Mallam is gone again. So, moderator, please bring him back for me. Bring him back. Continue, please. We don't have time like that.
Ana oje apo.
Okay, so now you have seen that.
Yes, it's true. Let's go.
So you have admit that you lied.
I didn't lie. What is lie?
You said Aisha was the second wife, and it has proven that Aisha was the third wife. Is that not a lie?
No, she was the third wife. It's a slip of tongue.
No. And you were challenging me. So it's a slip of tongue, and you are challenging me to bring the name of the second wife.
Yes, of course, now.
So if you know it's a slip of tongue, why were you challenging me to bring the name of the second wife?
Yes, go on.
No, it's my turn. You cannot decide what I should do with my time. Okay, calm down. Drink some Cameroon and calm down. You lied right now that Aisha is the second wife, and you are caught red-handed. Do you admit it? That Aisha is not the second wife? Okay, Aisha is not the second wife.
Aisha was the third wife.
Okay, so you agree that you lied?
I did not.
You agree? Okay, so who is the second wife? Who is the second wife?
Sauda.
So why did you say Aisha?
I said it was a slip of tongue.
Okay, so if it was a slip of tongue, why were you challenging me?
Oh, why would I challenge you?
So if it was a slip of tongue and you were challenging me, that means you knew it was not Sauda was not the second wife. You were sure that it was Aisha. That is why you are defending it. So why are you changing your mouth now?
Sauda. Yes, okay. Let me come.
No. Listen to me. Mallam, listen to me. It's my time. Listen.
Didn't I tell you that during my submission? Didn't I tell you that at that time when girls were giving out to marry?
No, that is not the question, Mallam. That's not the question. You said Aisha is the second wife. You said Aisha is the second wife. No, I'm not changing the topic. I said, Mallam, listen. Okay, no problem. So you don't want to? It's recorded. So we'll do cut and paste. Let's move on.
No problem. The reason is that I told you during my submission that at that age, at younger ages, when girls were given out to marry, they were given out to be taken care.
No, that is not what we are saying here, Mallam, please. That's not what I'm saying.
And so
Mallam, please, moderator, let him understand what we are doing here. Please, moderator.
Mallam, calm down. Mallam.
Aisha, didn't I say that during my submission?
No.
Yes.
No, Mallam, listen. He asked you a simple question. Is Aisha the second wife of Muhammad?
She is the third wife.
Okay, so now
Sauda is the second wife, and Sauda is the one, and Sauda took care of Aisha.
Okay, we understand. We understand what you are saying, but in your submission, you said Aisha was the third wife. That is what you said. So that is why he is asking you.
Aisha was the third wife of the Prophet.
Okay, now so now do you admit that what he said is a lie?
What is lie?
Because
Aisha was the third wife.
You said second wife, Mallam. You said second wife.
I said it is a slip of tongue.
Okay, so if it is a slip of tongue, Why were you defending me that I should bring you the name of the second wife before you answer my question?
Pastor, Father Daniel, move on with the questions.
No, it is my turn. You cannot teach me what to say. When you were asking your question, okay. I didn't tell you to move on.
Okay, that is why I'm saying that Aisha was the third wife and Sauda was the second wife. And Sauda
okay, but you in your submission, you lied. We don't do slip of tongue here. If I didn't correct you, listen, if I didn't correct you, you would have gone away with it. Because you were challenging me.
I thank you for correcting me.
Okay, God bless you for admitting I corrected you. Let's continue.
No problem.
Okay, so you said Rebecca, Isaac married Rebecca at the age of 3 years and took care of Rebecca until she became adult, and then she started having sex with her, and then they had children. Please give me the Bible verse that says what you are saying.
I'm telling you, the reason is that.
Give me the Bible verse.
Listen.
I want the Bible verse that says. No, wait. Listen to the question. Listen to the question. It is my time, so when I'm talking, keep quiet. I said, you said Isaac married Rebecca at the 3 years age and has to wait for Rebecca to become a woman and have sex with her and have children. It's recorded. So give me a Bible verse of this story. A Bible verse of this story. Don't go around the Kaaba, just a verse.
Yes. Please, let me correct you too. I did not say Isaac got married to Rebecca at a 3 and started having sex. I was asking a question.
That is not my question, Mallam. Please don't play that thing here. When you were asking me, I controlled myself. I said,
you are forcing.
No, Mallam. That you see what he's doing. I said, when you were making your submission, you said he married Rebecca at 3 years, but didn't have sex with her, and waited until Rebecca became an adult, reached the age of marriage, and then he has to have sex. So give me a Bible verse of what you just said now. A Bible verse.
Mallam, uko bima umba bimo.
Your Bible is not in full.
Mallam, please. Mallam, where did you get that story from?
Okay, this is why I'm coming.
Give me the verse.
Rabbi Solomon bin Isaac.
My brother, Rabbi is not the Bible. Give me the Bible verse.
Please, my battery is going down. My phone is off, please.
Mallam, don't run. Bring the age of Rebecca in the Bible. Mallam, where did the Bible say Isaac married Rebecca at the age of 3 years, waited for her to become an adult to start having sex with her, and then Rebecca gave birth to children? Give me the Bible verse.
Mallam, don't run. If you run,
Mallam is gone again. He's gone. Let's bring him. Let's bring Mallam. Let's bring him. Mallam, come and answer the question.
No, Apostle. I think Mallam, we need to, because maybe tomorrow he will go to Medina. He will go to Medina then pray to Allah, because he needs rest. I don't think he can answer the question. If he can answer the question, so maybe he will go to Medina tomorrow, so he needs to rest so that he will get strength.
for you.
Hey, na mallam pony na shake. Mallam run.
He's here. He'll come. He'll come back. Let's wait for him. Let's wait for him. My time isn't up yet, so let's wait for him.
Okay. Mallam, you are waiting. Mallam,
We are waiting for you. Mallam is still here, so let's wait for him. Okay, Mallam.
Mallam couldn't stand. I think we have to go and train. He's going to train. Maybe he will come back next 7 years. He will come back next 7 years because this one is not just only 1 year. This one is more than 1 year. You have to go and work your work.
Mallam, don't call Utidawa. Utidawa, he has not recovered from his own debate. Mallam, don't call Utidawa. He himself, he has not recovered from what I did to him. So don't call him. Just come on the panel.
Mallam is here. I see him. He's here.
Oh, he's gone. Oh. Mallam is gone. Oh.
He was here. Oh.
He's gone. He's gone. He's gone. Mallam is gone. He's gone. Guys, he's gone. Mallam is gone. Mallam is gone. Oh my God. You say, math. You come, you run away. Mallam has run away. Mallam has run away. He's gone. Mallam is gone. He's gone to Mecca. He will not come again. The moment my followers saw his face, they said, "Hey, Apostle, this guy, you kill him."